The last thing I need to do is cry right now. I put on my makeup and everything for this. I'm so sorry. This is literally the only time I have to film today, and I really did my best to do all the other things that I needed to do first so that I could sit here and have this time with you guys. Just forgive me if right now I feel some type of way. I did not mean for this to happen. It's my fault because I checked my phone. There's so many things happening around me that are outside of my control, that are just like interrupting this time that I have for myself. It's fine, it's fine, it's gonna be fine. We're not gonna let anything stop us from making this video. 3 months ago, I felt stuck. I felt as if all my hopes and dreams were so far away. I just felt like I was stuck on this never-ending hamster wheel where I was getting by, but I did not feel fulfilled because I didn't have time to do any of the things I wanted to do for myself. Inside, I just felt empty. I just felt as if I was meant for more, but I didn't have a chance to get there. So I decided that something had to change and I needed to do something different. And I documented it here on YouTube. It was my Life Reset series. So if you didn't see that, you can check it out, link in description. So today I just wanted to share with you the things that have worked for me to help me reset my life, to help me reinvent myself in these last 90 days, these last 3 months, to a point where I feel like a completely different person. I figured I could just share with you my journey and what's worked for me as proof that nothing's impossible, right? That if you really set your mind to it and you do what needs to be done, you know, even if you just take little steps each day, you can do the things. I feel completely transformed in the last 90 days. And the fact that I'm sitting here after having a breakdown on set and still being able to film this video for you, I am not the same person I was 90 days ago. And I'm so thankful for that. So here we go, let's talk about it. So the first thing that really helped me was decluttering my physical spaces. For instance, my desk, you know, my workspace, my vanity, and then even going through my clothing and getting rid of the excess. I am so glad that I documented all of that on here because you could see, if you go back and look, you could see how bad everything was. But being able to take care of those things physically, it just helped me to move through my areas more easily, to get a better start in the morning, right? And then it translated to less mental clutter. Less decisions had to be made about what I wear. I just wear black and gray all the time. It's fine, I don't care because I'm colorful in my personality, it's fine. And just being able to free up that mental space for other things, to be more creative, to be able to get on here and post more regularly on YouTube, to just do the things. This is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to start getting sponsorships. I wanted to grow my audience. I wanted to do these things, and finally I feel unstuck. And it all started with me cleaning off my desk. Oh, and then cutting the legs off my desk, and that became a whole thing too. If you didn't see that video about making a floor desk, it's just snowballing. It's just one thing after another, and it all started with me deciding to take control. And then that leads us to our next point. You can't control what events happen in life, you know? Is this fuzzy? You can't control if your lens is fuzzy or foggy. You know, you just gotta film and hope that it's not super bad. But what's important is to just take a step back and be like, what is in my control? What is something I can do, you know, that's not affected by what other people are doing, for me to get closer to my goals, to get closer to where I want to be, the type of person that I want to be in life. That's the important thing, is to just take that first step, you know, within your control, and forget about the rest, and stop dwelling on the fact that other people are not acting right. What happened, what's done is done, but what we can do is decide how to move forward. And as long as we don't play the victim, as long as we decide we want something different for ourselves, then we can take those first steps to get there. And that's what's so important. We've got to be intentional with the things that we consume. First and foremost, there's food, right? How are we utilizing food? Is it for the purposes of nourishment? Is it for nourishing our bodies? Or is it to help us whenever we're stressed out? It kind of all goes into being self-aware, right? And just understanding how you feel in any given moment, and whether you are utilizing other things in life to kind of help you feel better, to help you get through that hard time. So backing it up, when it comes to food, for me, I just try my best to be aware at any given moment. What am I putting in my body? you know, rather than just mindlessly eating. And that's been working out for me. I tend to go 80-20. There are times that I do have random cravings. Right now, for instance, I'm in Cali for a moment and they have these really yummy ube matcha lattes. So yeah, that's like one thing that I am craving, but overall my intake is 80-20 at least, maybe sometimes 90-10. And that's just what works for me. I just know that when I put good food in my body, like healthy food, I feel better. I have a long burn, a long, slow burn, as opposed to some kind of crash. When it comes to consumption, it's not just about food, right? There's the news. I don't even watch the news. That just makes me so sad, like all the time, because that's what gets views, right? Everything is just sensationalized, and it's just too much emotions for me. I don't want to be that invested, and those are things I can't control, right? I try to just focus on the things that I can control. That's what helps me. And then social media, you know, seeing all of these people post about all of these awesome things, you know, where they're vacationing, what they're up to, just like the nice things that they have. I can't, because you get into this comparison trap. You don't mean to, but it makes you feel like less good about yourself and the things that you are doing and the things that actually just work better for your own life. You know, whatever, everyone has different things that work for their life. It's not conducive to helping me live my best life. Yeah, those are things I no longer consume. It's so true that you need to surround yourself with people who are doing the things that you want to do or that you are into, the things that you want to succeed at. It makes such a difference, because if you're not hanging around those kinds of people, then you're not constantly reminded of what is possible. But instead, you're probably just feeling stuck. You're feeling unmotivated. What really helped me in the last 3 months is joining Gabe Bolt's YouTube cohort. It's called the 5-Hour YouTuber, and that honestly changed the trajectory of my channel. It helped me to have more focus. It helped me to also just be reminded, you know, that of what's possible in the YouTube world, and the fact that there's other creatives out there that also have that same motivation, that same goal in mind. Like, we were able to work together, encourage each other. In real life, I can't talk to people about YouTube. Like, YouTube's this whole thing where like only a few people would want to willingly do that, right? And that's fine. That's like with everything. Everyone has different interests. For me to have a community that I can connect with, people from all over the world, to help us work together to reach our goals, yeah, that's been a game changer. That's been a game changer in this last 3 months, because I went from having like 2,500 subscribers. Now I think by the time that this video posts, I'm gonna be at over 5,000 subscribers. Like, all these things that I've been wishing and wanting to happen finally are happening because I put my head down, I put the work in, I surrounded myself with the people that know what they're doing and that are also along the same path. And it really accelerated my growth. I truly believe in mentors. I think having mentors it just really helps. Whether I've had mentors in photography, I've had mentors in real estate, and now I've had mentors in YouTube. So that's something that has really been game changing these last 90 days. Something that also goes hand in hand with that is like, don't tell everybody your dreams, because there's going to be people that poo-poo on it. It's just human nature, because you talking about your dreams and what you're accomplishing or what you plan to accomplish, it's kind of threatening to other people who are fine with how things are, who don't want to change, or who know that they could be doing more, but they're not taking action. That kind of makes them feel sad. So you gotta be careful who you tell your dreams to, because you will notice right away who are the poo-pooers, who are the people that are like, that doesn't sound like a good idea. You should just stay safe. Why are you being weird? Only tell your dreams, hopes and dreams to weird people, fellow weird people. So if you're out there, hello, fellow weird people. Thank you for being here. You're awesome and I love you. I think for me, for a while, I was just letting life happen to me. And I was just tossed around by the waves, rather than me happening to life, me being intentional and deciding that I wanted something different for my life, and I had to take ownership and know that I was the one that needed to take steps to move forward, rather than playing the victim and saying, oh, well, all this is happening. Oh, I'm just so overwhelmed because there's so much that's being required of me from this and from that. I have so many responsibilities. Rather than just hiding behind all those excuses, I decided to just take action and make a way, because there's certain things that I really wanted in life that I really wanted to progress towards. I really had to just say, it's on me. It's on me to make a way. And once I decided to do that, then the magic started happening. that's when things got better. That's when opportunities started opening up, and I just started to move through life differently. I felt like I was more in control. I felt like whatever I wanted to go for, I could go and get it. You know, I'm not saying it was easy. I'm not saying it is easy, but it's happening. It's all finally happening. There's someone walking by. So I guess my question to you is, what's one little thing that you could do today that would get you this much closer to where you want to be, to the person that you want to be in life? Just take that little step. It might be so little, it might feel so little, but those things add up. You guys know about the compound effect, right? It's like, it's just about getting 1% better each day, moving 1% closer towards the person that you want to be. You know, what's one little action that you can do? Just do it, and you'll start to see over time, you know, at first you're not gonna see much, but over time you're gonna start to see that there's like, it compounds, and there's an exponential growth, and suddenly you're so close. You know, suddenly things change, but it wasn't overnight. It was just putting in those little action steps each day. Yeah. But having been able to do this for myself and for my own life, I give you a challenge. Is there something that you want to be different for your life? Then don't sit back and just let life continue to happen to you. Try to do something about it. What's one thing that you could do? Like, I just know that I made a decision to do a thing, and I am now doing a thing, and the things have become more things, and I am just so happy that I took that leap. I'm so happy that I took ownership of what wasn't going so great in my life, and I decided that I wanted to make a change. What do you want to change? What could be different about your life? It's not too late. It's not too late, guys. So do the things.